Well, hello and welcome to tonight's show. I hope you're all doing fine on this evening. I will do a special broadcast tonight because both Phil and Evie are not able to join me tonight due to the fact that they have been struck by a illness. Though in Phil's case, it is the illness called in-laws, which are a very, very deadly disease, as I've been aware of, at least for my own sake. So we will postpone the predictions review and all that sort of thing for next week and more focus on just the live matches tonight. So I'm really hoping that you people here in chat uh, will help lots of good input and questions and all that sort of thing. Otherwise, you'll just have to listen to my ramblings and God forbid that. Yeah, it's treachery and in the 11th hour too. So it could be. I think he was deemed sick by decree by his better half. So definitely, I think it falls under the treachery category. But yeah, but at least if it were my in-laws, I would probably have opted for the safe. Of all people to piss off, I would not pick my in-laws. So, like I said, I hope you're all doing fine, and let's see what we can find of lovely matches this evening going on. No, but I think we should request one from him. And I think either the in-laws or the clearly the mother would have to sign it. Hey Keith. Um, so yeah, that I think it's only fair. Um, let's see. If I switch here, you can probably also watch my screen, and it will make it a lot more interesting. Hopefully, you can now see my game client. And if not, do just give me a shout out. Hey Chris. So let's see what we have of live matches tonight. I actually know there is a FA Cup, as far as I know, either about to start or it might also have already started. But yeah, we are definitely have our pickings to pick from here. So Mark has actually explicitly stated that he prefer us not to cover his match. So of course we should not do that. So let's see, what can we find? Let's start with this one. This must be, as far as I remember, this is sorted by yeah, definitely Calls of Hills. I think is a good suggestion. Um, this is at the bottom of first half here between Foster and Waldorf. I had the pleasure of playing against Waldorf last round in the FA Cup. Seems to be doing somewhat better on the casualty front, at least in this match. But yeah, that's. I don't figure out what state here is. The ball is here, and it needs to go down here, right? Oh no, that's the elves. So we got two humans here within scoring threat range, and in snow. So I would probably not pick the dwarf. Do we have enough movement here? Just get enough movement here. That's going to be a tight one, this one, I would think so. That is... Wow. That is a nice player. No, it's the elves' turn. Okay, so there's no touchdown on the horizon here. I don't think the elves... No, we're scoring threats here, really. They seem to have taken a bit of a bashing, but considering they have just defended the first half, I think that's actually not a bad place for them to be in. Let's just see this one. Might be slightly important. Right, he's KO'd. And he arced. Wow, that. Wow, and he passed his KO roll too, didn't he? Yep. Oh, I think someone is going to be a little bit sad about that if I was a elf player there. And as we might have mentioned some of us before, yes, I do hate Argue the Call rule. It is. Beep, 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 beep. Cool. I think this match we'll have a look at later stage, see what they are up to. I think it will be a while before anything interesting happens here. If any of you other people watching find matches that are like going on something special, you do put it in chat and I will have a quick swing to that match. Otherwise, it's just me basically rolling the dice here and hoping that I'm catching a 6. Boom, 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 boom. What do we have here? Call to Hills, I think someone mentioned. What do we have here? So we have some... Is that a half or a touchdown? Definitely in a drive. It's a half. Ooh. Yeah, I think we should definitely have it out. Goblin's always fun. Chaos Team. We said Renegades. No, it's chosen. And we are off against some Norse. Oh, Norse with... Wow. Oh, it's a star player. I don't think I've seen this one. It's a spoiler. Oh, on a Norse team. That's a Nazi combo. That's dangerous. Oosh. Happy that I'm not the chaos players here. Yeah. I think that Minotaur is gonna have to do his job here, really. Yeah, the colors actually do work quite well on him there. Though I think he looks better in pink, but that's a personal preference. But yeah. Let's see, and the Norses are 1 up, and they are defending. Yeah, I think this is going to be a tough one for the Chaos to get back into, but I fully agree with pink rules. Especially like pink orcs, there's just something really correct about that. So, there was a recommendation of a Goblin versus humans in Frolic. That we gotta have to see. Usually goblins are really good at delivering hijinks and fun. Boom, 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 boom. There we go. Is this the one you were thinking of? Right? Hail Mary Hooligans. Is that not Orc? That is Goblins. Oh, it's Underworld versus Goblins. Oh, this is going to be a dirty, dirty match. Oh. Oh. Was that a snake? I think that was... Oh god, this lock sometimes is so nice. No, it's just a failed rush. The one reroll, I sort of understand why you're keeping it for something else here. Seems like the Skaven are not liked here. The hooligan is KO'd. No, he's not on the pitch. KO'd Goblin and yeah, Looney. That the Looney is a god-given thing in this matchup, right? Not often you see Doom Diver, but I do like them. Yeah. I'm meeting Hellnix Rats next round. I'm not looking forward to that.
Hey, Jim. How many halflings does it take to change a candle in a
Aww.
Well, they're very short, so...
Well, goblins are a volatile race to say for sure, but usually they, like, if you can always be unlucky, of course, but like being so random, you should at least have it swing some of the time the other way.
Good call.
So we're early in the half, and the Goblins are actually ahead. So it does look like they might be able to get a... Yeah, I think we need to do colors in this field, because otherwise it's a little bit hard to see whose Goblins is who.
Now everybody can move freely.
I thought it was the same type Goblin here. But yeah. Oh, there's a different Goblin game. Oh, I'm gonna have to swap that one soon. It looks a little bit like the Goblins have this under control. A little bit puzzled by that move there. Or you just wanted to get away. Okay. Now I'm confused.
Oh dear. I hope that player has written a will.
Hold it.
We may see that player.
I'm not sure what happened there. It was because I have a hard time seeing who's on which team. Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's the superstar. I don't know why. I was thinking he was the a rat ogre. But yes, he's the superstar.
To a teammate.
Makes much more sense. And that's why he missed him and went down. Okay, yeah. And this is the... Yeah, it's a little bit, I think, confusing, at least for me, when you just jump into a game like this to know who's who. But it does look like the Goblins have this very much under control. Oh. That sounds like a good match, Keith. I think, though, there is a different Goblin match going on also. That's a Goblin. Max, you will have to help me, but I don't see it. Yeah, I think, yeah, it makes more sense. So, for those who are not aware, I think most of you are, but just in case, if you look at the iconography, whatever word, of the signs, you should be able to tell. Like, some of them are very similar, like orcs and Norse are like a circle, but like the indents, there is a difference, and the Goblins have this like a chop up here. Oh, Goblins. That's a pretty, wow, that's a very nice Skaven team. Almost a legend thrower. Is the deep bench? Well, that's a bit of a bench, to say the least. That's what, 15 players? Wow. I might think that's a little bit over the top. But other than that, I really like this Skaven team. Though it is a bit of an interesting combination, dirty player and wrestle. I will bet quite a bit of money that this is not a very typical combination, to say the least. And we have another of those ghouls from hell. Wow. Some nasty werewolves and a bribe. Oh, this is gonna get dirty. That's a nice square to end up in. Yeah, I think it's a random, in all fairness. I would think so. If it's a choice, I would say it's definitely one I don't really understand. Not a KO. Well, it's rats. I was expecting that to be on the line, right? But it's like classic skilling. Sort of a ball carrier. Sagger, damage, wolf,
Sounds like a good old-fashioned fight.
ball carrier.
That's it.
Is there a... Wow, the injuries just keep on rolling. Yeah, it's not worth saving.
Well, this is turning into a crack defense. The end zone is a calling.
They're just too fast.
Nah,
Break
it's a
the
shame.
red
It's
freeze.
annoying, but like,
It's too speedy for my
if it had been
athletes.
wrestle, it would have been perfect. But like shadowing, that's
Players
nice, but
arrive to
it's
assist their teammate.
goes back to hiding. What's to be expected? We get the pickup. Oh, Mathimas, you are, as far as I remember, I've given you admin rights. If you know how to ban kick that idiot, you are more than welcome to do that. Because I still haven't figured out how to do that.
They'll have to pick up most of them off the ground in a few seconds' time. He's now as free as a fart in a thunderstorm.
You don't have admin rights. I'm gonna give you that.
Defense is weak.
If I can figure out how to do that. Yes, you can hear I am clearly a Twitch Pro and I know all the things and I know how all the buttons work and I know the mouse thingy majiki and it does stuff and mod. Yeah, there you go. I think you mod now. You should be a mod now. Now use your mod hammer and ban anyone you don't think is rightful. Well, you know, Queen Mathimas, you are royalty, so it only suits you to have some power. Yeah. So I like Necron as a team in the sense that it is a competent team in that you have all the right tools. It's not too overpowered. Maybe towards the strong side, of course, sure. Yeah, I'm Mathimas, but you're still gonna be queen to me. Now you're just queen of Prem West instead. Now, when you have a gutter runner with dirty player, why are we not using that one? I'm just surprised. I think that might be a subject that we need to stay slightly aware of because could be. But definitely the Necros has gone off to the bad start. 2 injuries. Oh, 2. Oh, ball is secured. Yeah, everything's for the pickings here. Definitely gonna need that deep bench.
This circle of happy serenity.
But yeah.
Aren't they a bunch of happy clappies, Jim?
I wouldn't like to use the word cult, Bob, as that has certain...
In all fairness, like both Technical Nuclear, Penguin, and Lord of Memes are quite good players, so. But that sort of like luck that you get 3 early removals and 2 of them being injuries, that's a kick in the teeth to say the least. So I think that might be a little bit hard to recover from.
Can't argue with that.
Definitely need some Nuffle hair here to make that swing. I would not have used my golem, but Special's not here. Like, what are we hoping for? You have access. You should be going for like prime targets. And is it kicking Skaven really the prime target that we're looking for? Probably gonna catch up here. Let's see what we else have. I'm gonna find a match first. And then I'm gonna see when the... Ooh, Corbear versus Red October. As far as I remember, both Corbear and Red October are doing pretty well in the rankings, right? Wow, 255 inducements. You could definitely get something good for that. What would you get? Versus Rats. Oh. A chainsaw on a bribe, maybe? Suck, I think it's too slow for this sort of situation. But you need more players. You need 12 players. So you need a... Are we really going to go for Sock? Oh yeah, send it. No. Too fragile. We need something... Not enough for... Griff. Grimjaw, yeah. The only problem with Grimjaw is he doesn't have the mighty blow that we're sort of looking for. But yeah. Is Corbett dead last? Oh my god, that's... He's a decent player, so that's quite surprising. I think he was a Prem last season, wasn't he? Yeah, okay, that's gonna... But I would also say, like, it's never really a good sign when you got 3 loners on your team, because that sort of means, like, you are having problems staying the numbers, and especially with a team with cheap players like they have, like that's not a good sign. Yeah, like Grim is good. I like him. I just wish he had Mighty Blow instead of multi-block. Like that's the only thing really. Like if he had Mighty Blow instead of multi-block, he would be the... Yeah, I don't really remember his special rule. Okay, let's pin him to see. Let's see here. You can't see the special rules over here. Oh, this time. Okay. Slayer. Come on. Wow, the UI is fighting me here. Okay, so he basically gets a Mighty Blow on a strength 5 plus once in the game. Wow. That's sort of sad. Yeah, that's sad. Especially for Troll Slayer. Like, he should just have it. Like, he should have or like a Molten Fork once per match or something like that. That would be more fitting. You of course also need to be slightly more expensive, right? But like, he's a star player. Troll Slayer that is not good at bashing. That seems a little bit odd to me. Or like at least give him then Juggernaut instead of multiple block. That would have been, I think, much more sensible. But yeah. Yeah, Frenzy multiple block is also a weird combo. I fully agree with that one. Also because it means you can't really run off in the directions. But yeah. This is a lot of skills, and this one is gonna hurt like hell. Not exactly the start you're looking for, is it?
A good coach always uses the right player for the right job.
Wow. I think those bodyguards seems to have been taking quite the beating.
On the player's neck with those studded boots that hard?
Ref's not looking, so yes.
And the Blitzer, Blitzer is quite a nice one, but yeah, it's pretty strong. Oh, it's a line rat with mighty blow.
That's quite
That's the thing you see every day.
even seem
Wow.
struggle to
Bad dice to boot. We should probably pull him back and save him a little bit. Attrition. It's not exactly going great here from the start. Just gonna check when the start of the FA Cup match is. They are just about to start, it seems.
There's only one word to say about this.
Not a word, Jim.
Yeah, that's a really bad turn, isn't it?
Fist swing. He's following up, hoping to get the knockdown next time.
Yeah, Mark is playing, but I sort of think that it's only fair that I respect his wishes not to be broadcast. It's the
Possibly off his mortal coil.
courteous thing to do. Let's see. If we are... So if I remember, I could do this and go friendlies. Just check. Oh, they haven't started yet. Still waiting. Let's see what we have to pick from here. Petitions, live. Colbert. Seen this one. Well, there's always good time in watching Dark Elves, so let's have a look at some Dark Elves. Forest Assassins. A Dark Elf team with... Oh, okay, yeah, I get it. Yeah. Now that it makes sense to me. I think I got a little bit distracted by like, they're not wood elves. Yeah, that's a lot of rerolls. 8 rerolls between them, and they're halfway through the half. That's that is a lot of rerolls. Seems like the humans have done a slow and steady push, and the Dark Elves are in a we'll wait and see pattern. Been so far. The humans haven't really made it far up the pitch, to say the least, at this point. Some nice switch-elves, some nice blitzers. KO 1. Wow, that's pretty decent. I would be concerned if I was to human this. Yes, well, if it's a random, I think it's fine. Mostly because then you don't have to, wow, we're going heavy in now. That's a interesting choice. I don't think it's a bad choice. The only thing let's get sidestep too. Yeah, this is gonna be interesting. So the frenzy thing, I like you, like especially when you're playing humans, you need to have someone who, wow, we're going full in here. Yeah, he's definitely found out that he was too forward here. this is going to be a problem. But you can do the 1 in 9 and just hope that you get away with it. But if you fail that, you are up shit's creek, to say the least. My only concern with this is also like if he gets this, and this is not unrealistically right, is that it's going to be really hard for the Dark Elves to stop him. So you're sort of putting all your eggs in the basket here.
What will they do?
But yeah, I like Frenzy, at least on one of your pieces. You need to have that. Would I prefer it to be on a Blitzer? Sure. But your Blitzer's already so bogged down with other skills that they need to get that it's not actually a bad thing to have it on a lineman. The only problem is that you need to build all the other supporting skills for that Frenzy before you really get to where you need to be. Yeah.
The assist gonna be enough to come
We're at least going to mitigate the disaster if this... Well, that's actually really nice done.
Hey, that play looked almost competent.
It's a lot easier. A lot safer. Now comes the question, how much risk are you willing to take? You're going to do the handoff and just make a run for it, or are you going to wait? You still got 3 turns. Okay, so the Dark Elves scored, I'm assuming here. And the humans now are trying to make a counter score. Okay. That's why also they have later turns.
Ball is secure. Can the other team steal
Yeah.
the flag?
The sometimes the bludge is real and sometimes it's just a mirage. It really, really matters. Yeah, I'm a little bit curious if they were forced to do that quick score or if they were just, like a better word, confident enough that they could hold it. Like at this point, oh, there's a gap in the human defense just in case. Like if he,
Push the stronger
unlikely,
player back.
but it out of that one. There's a gap here, and I'm not sure he's seen it.
Get up or get off the field.
Well, the powers are coming, and that's going to be removal.
I'm willing to
If I
bet
read the
punch
delay
with
right,
face down in the mud.
it could be wrong. Let's see. So for those who are not aware, sometimes it's a little bit of a waiting for opponent up here. Yeah, almost ready this time.
Nothing good comes from spending
It's
any time on the
sometimes
ground in this game.
an indication that there's been a removal. But no, it's the sidestep. I missed the character's sidestep. Yeah, exactly, Mathos. That is correct. So, but yeah. Like, the human's position is good. It's not amazing, but it's good. The Dark Elf, I think, here should actually be able to block them down and stop them. Also because is there... No, it's not actually a lot of attrition. It just feels like there's not a lot of humans on the field. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10... Yeah. Like you can buck him down and then you can go in here. Like if you want to. It's a 75 without spending any rerolls, right? So it's actually not that. I really probably should need to do it going for it. And if you tack this down here, especially with your Witch Elf, and then a rush. You don't need to reroll the rush. It's not the lack of rushes, sorry, the rerolls that's the problem here, right? For me, it's more a question of if you commit your players down here, it's going to be harder to sustain the defense up here. I don't like that's going to be removal. It's going to be a dead. Wow, and it has a neck. So can you really use the APOC on this? I would say you more or less have to say no. There's other players you more want to have to protect. And with that Nick. Yeah. Yeah, that's not a choice you want to have to make, but on the positive side, he does get rewarded for it. It would have been worse if he got a new dead, because it would be like he was just in invalid dates. Yeah. Now swing this one around, at least there, then do this before you do that thing over here. But or you should have used this one here so you had that one free. I don't like they'll be having this one free over here. It needs to come back and help support.
A snotling baked in a pie stands more
No,
chance
don't
than
like
this
that.
poor kid.
You should have gone for the ball carrier.
I'm getting hungry. Where's the nearest pie shop, Jim?
We need a clean 6. Like a buff down here is not acceptable either, because then I'm down like then like whatever what I'm doing here. But I think he got cold feet because he wanted to keep that in reserve, and then it was like catcher. Ooh. Yeah, that's a rehire. Got the first right skill. Like, but this is gonna be a rehire. That's a strength down, which makes it even well. I'd say actually it makes it a little less bad for a catcher, but it's still not good.
Spike Magazine, the periodical both players and fans read.
But yeah. Let's see. I think we should have matches that are starting to get towards the conclusion at this point. I would probably have epoch that rather than the Blitzer with his neck, because yeah, that's just a. But I'm sensing like you only have what am I doing here? Live matches. Yeah. Is that it's more a maybe a cost thing? So you generally don't want to have 11 players on a human team. So clearly, I think it's a cost thing maybe also. So Waldorf here is not going to score from here, so that would mean it will probably be a 2-0 for Foster. Looks like that's going to be really hard.
Count those teeth, Jim. They'll have to pick up most of them off the ground in a few seconds' time.
And even like if he gets that one turn, it's going to be hard in the snow to get the halfling in scoring range, right? Yeah, I think this is so it's 2-0 to Foster, I'm sad to say, but I don't think much can do.
Come on, guys. Together.
Star. Is there a star?
That just won't go down.
Is Legend or oh, he's been sent off. And sent off. And now there's going to be someone step on the head.
I think that's a
Ouch.
fine choice for the next play. What's your take on it, Bob?
Yeah, you more or less just have to eat that at this point, don't you?
That's the player to use.
Though that is a bit of a nuisance. And the tree's down. That's sad. Sad, sad, sad. Got the real. Gonna take the block. Let's block. No touchdown? Okay.
The losing team really needs to up their
I think that is a win to the Fosters. I like the fact that the Pro Elves do seem to be doing quite well in our league, actually. I think that's makes me happy. Now, if we could just get rid of some of all those nasty orcs, it would be lovely. Nudge, nudge. Ooh. Raisin moves. Talking of orcs. Oh. Like, I think just above dwarves, I think orcs is probably the second least favorite race of all.
Oh dear. I hope that player has written a will.
Written. Players can barely speak, Jim, let alone write.
Oh.
You should know. You've interviewed.
So we already got one butchered dwarf. And we're going for the goblin. So I would also say this is probably the easiest way to get as many friends as possible is to be playing orcs and having the bomber. That will definitely get you more friends. Maximus, that's just evil lies. I do not know where this ill rumors have started from. I think it's purely conjecture.
Have you looked at
And now, Max, that's
Did you know you
that's just rumors. That's just rumors. That's
Looked
not
at it,
happening.
Jim. There's a petition to remove you from the air.
That's I think isn't it called conjecture or like I'm like I think that's or innuendo is not just because the facts and the data says otherwise doesn't prove anything. That's just slander.
Safety in number.
Conjecture. That was the one. That was the one. Thank you, Bully. That's perfect. Oh, come on. Boosh. And hot potato and a double one because no one has ever been screwed over by a double one before in Blood Bowl. I think this is gonna end badly. Yeah, I might admit that it definitely seems from the last two matches that there's been some bribing of Knuckle going on. I think it was the match before, or who was that? That was Ringtail. Yeah, I played against Ringtail, and like I almost felt bad for that one because it was like there wasn't really any match in it because his dice was just his choices from start to end. There was like nothing he did. Like he tried to do that would succeed, and anything I did was just like, yeah, oh, that's an injury. Oh, there, yeah, of course I get the ball there, and no, of course you can't get the ball there. So it's just like, yeah, no, Mark, we deliberately chose to not watch your match. I was encouraged to do so, but I opted to not do so. So I expect a huge bribe in that's thanks for that. That's the only thing that I think is fair at this point. This is going to be interesting. I don't like the fact that the orcs are not. Might have missed what was going on, but it seemed like they should have been able to get like a punch through here and at least get some markings on this. But I think now comes the bomb. But why? Oh, it's sunny. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, I would say I think actually in that case I would actually have moved it. Like there's no point in it. Wow. Yeah, you gotta go. No? What? Yeah, okay. This is not hard. Sorry. Could be that Trojan set the bomb.
How do I look in
No. It's sunny in a short pass and then yeah, that makes it. I hate the freaking current run rules.
You can't argue with that call, can you, Bob?
No,
Yeah,
that'll help the player move without
yeah, that'll do it. Now make a run for it. Maybe stood this guy up, but other than that,
not
yeah,
enough
that's
tackles
the
off on
thing.
that ball. And now the opposing team is
And
twice.
oh no, we're not gonna get through. I'll probably stay there. I think staying there is the right call at this point. Well, there would have been a one at least. The problem for me here is that this is still within capture range of this down here. And it's not actually that difficult. Like this guy punches here, this guy punches here, and then now this guy is free to roam. And that's including nothing of this over here gets to interfere. And I really don't get why this guy is not standing up at this point. Yeah, well, like we talked about, like the dwarf that had multi-block, like at least on a 3-man multi-block makes sense. Not much sense, but at least it does make sense, right? What does have to dodge out here, or take the block there, or like this is not a good position to be in. The biggest saving grace is the tackle piece is bogged down over here.
I'm looking forward to these next few matches, Bob.
I'd support a new special rule for Grim. Give him Mighty Blow and a new special rule and remove that. And make him like 10-20k more expensive.
If I had a gold crown for every player I've seen
Like a
on the
normal
field during my career,
Troll
well,
Slayer
I'd
is in
start
most
my
cases
own
better.
team.
Like
You only need 1 million gold, right?
let's see what we got going on. I think we might be able to see the FA Cup. A little bit of luck. Friendly matches. Ungunish versus Galantine. This should be a interesting match. Another orc. And another undead. And a snake eye. Oh, well, at least there was a block on that dice. Trip 1 and a 2.
They're all over the place.
And another one. And another one too. That's a lot of 1-2s. I think it's not gonna matter at this point, but it's definitely instant. York seems firmly in control. Not fully in control, but firmly in control here. And a wish with stab.
Oh, big guy. Trap.
That is interesting. We rerolled that. We assessed that we really needed to get that player down. Another pop. Are we gonna be cheeky?
On the floor again. This team must like
Are we gonna be cheeky? Oh my god.
Haha, here's some friends.
I don't know why, but I have a feeling we're gonna try to be cheeky. We're gonna 2 dice it or do 1 dice this? Definitely bring this guy through, right? Yeah, that ghoul is a legend. Legend, nightmare, depending on whose side you're on, but sure. That is a horrible, horrible, horrible ghoul. 9 movement, 9 plus armor value, AG2. Shh. Like, do I wish that it had sidestep? Yes. Do I want to remove any of the stats for it? Not really.
On balance, I prefer the passing game to running
I
down
think I would bring this over
One
here.
tactic is for the intellectual elite.
Yeah, this is the
Simpletons.
Zombie Deluxe.
Down the field. So, never time by.
I like the
Finally slapping it over with. Dead fish. Put some force behind those punches.
blocking of the road over here. My only concern is, yep, I'm gonna dodge. I'm gonna take a chance. Oh, we're gonna reel? Yeah. Nothing is not kind. Yeah, it's probably, I don't know, I think it's more or less all I think, at least I know, I think 3 of them are randoms. That is Mr. Super Goal. I'm slightly concerned about this player over here now. It's, again, like the sidestep is not there. We take this guy, punch here. Oh, he's a strength down. Oops. Bring this guy up. Well, we could also just blow ourselves up. That's wow.
I've seen some bad Blood Bowl matches in my
That's wow. Just what a swing. Like this guy goes up here. This guy punches here. This guy's free to blitz this guy, put him in here, and then we have him off the field. Now this is probably going to turn into, instead of the ball carrier, is going to get sacked here in a second.
That's a good choice for this play.
Yeah.
I call that a tie.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not bringing that through.
That's a good choice for this play.
Yep, like that. Now it all comes down to, do you stand this guy up and blitz with this guy, or do you take the single dice one more time? Yep, we bring through the super. And like that. Oh, reroll that one. Finally get it. I might have followed there in all fairness.
Oh no, my mistake. He's on the ground.
We need to swing this guy over. He's not standing there. That'll put him here, actually. I don't like it over there.
Within grasping
No,
range of the
don't like that over there. I would have wanted to keep these two out of the fray.
meaningful to all our Cabal Vision viewers. All I can think of is splat.
Problem for the Orcs is that they're now bogged down so much that it's going to be really hard for them to get to the scoring in the next 3 turns, like easily. It's not impossible, but it's going to be like really hard.
Another player on the ground. The coach will be spitting teeth about this.
That's gonna hurt in the morning.
That's some soft attrition here. Like KOs, it's nice, but it's not really. Well, it's funny how people fear undead less than orcs, but like the statistics prove it too. The orcs are not as good as undead. Undead are better than orcs. What I would also probably agree to, well, at least it's a friendly match. It might not be friends, but it's a friendly match. Is that undead is not as easy and to play with as the orcs are, but the undeads, both my personal opinion and statistics says that it's better team. But I think people enjoy playing them against them more because they are at least more
There's only one word
fun and to play against than the other. Yeah. So the funny thing about, like, say, dwarves is like the thing people don't want to play against, and they don't want to actually, like, some people complain, of course, there's always people who complain about, like, how good everything else is except their own team. But beyond that, if you actually look at dwarves don't win that often actually, and they don't, like, even if you add in the draws and all that stuff. So dwarves are not overpowered, but they're just, I'll try to be talk politely here. They are really boring to play against because they are the one-trick pony. They know one thing and they are really good at that, but that's all they do. That was an unlucky one there. I might have tried to save that goal because if right now if I'm the orcs, my only goal here would have been to get that goal. Like I wouldn't care about the touchdown at this point because I'm not getting it most likely. Like walls at low TV are not as bad, but also depending on what you're playing at. If you're playing like Stunties, Illicitman, Chaos, or one of those teams like that, they need some skills to go anywhere before they work. Like meeting dwarves is more or less an auto loss because you don't have the skills. Dwarves have all the skills. Yeah, sure, they might not have mighty blow or guard, but they have block, they have sure hands, they have all they need to work from scratch. But if you're playing against them like humans or orcs or some of the other teams that actually have players, yeah, gotta be kicking Nuffle here in the teeth right for that one. Wow. And it's not like that's not even actually greedy as much as just like you want to be rewarded for being in the situation, right? So you're taking that because it's a 1 in a 36 instead of a 1 in a 39, 1 in a 9, right? But by not taking the 1 in 9, now you are not in a good position to get the touchdown. Yeah. Yeah, and the one on the Goblin here down too. Like it's not like I'm gonna should have had like good dice, but Glentour hasn't had good dice either, so it's like a yeah, now you got oh yes. At least it was a stun. I was gonna say like if this had been a kill, so oh, wow, what a bench. That's a deep bench, especially for us. Yeah, that would like what's within range? If this guy can come within range, if you do some shuffling, but like that's not gonna happen likely. Scoring with this one, well, you can if you need to, but it's not really what you want to be, right? Yeah, but like I think most likely from where is the Orcs not going to get their touchdown, and if this is the level of attrition that the Undead has suffered, I don't really see them not being able to score next half. Like that goal there is just like unless it actually more or less Snake Eyes it's gonna score a touchdown, right? And means orcs. Yeah, orcs can't score. I don't think it's gonna score here. That is the problem. They can, but I don't think they're going to. So that's now 2 going for it. Did we just push him down so that we also need to dodge with this player down here? Yeah, we did. That's not super smart. And a 1, and a 2. And here is Angels saying that the Orcs can't score, and Apple might show me wrong here in a second. Like, I don't get why we didn't just push him here. We would have done the same thing, right? Yeah, it would have done the same thing. Now you gotta have to go for the touchdown, right? That's it's the only thing that matters. Nuffle. And I think Nuffle did that purely to prove me wrong. Just out of spite. Well done. Yeah, definitely the hard way. Rewarded? Definitely worth the like I think it was well played that bit there. No one's disputing that. So it was in that sense sort of
Refs start
Yeah.
shop, the world turns mad.
I think there's a lot of people think of orcs as basically like a purely bashing team, and they're actually from a game design point of view not meant to be a purely bashing team. They're meant to be primarily bashing, a little bit of dashing and ball playing. So more or less the reverse of humans. But people have a tendency to lump them into categories of the same teams as that are like not going to pass the ball. Yeah, I lost. I think I was it a semi-final, quarterfinal to Galentio on a passing goal. That was that definitely didn't make my day. I think it was a semi-final. I think it was Galentio versus me in the FA Cup semi-final. That was a goal that basically did a 5+6+ throw and definitely kicked my orcs in the teeth. But yeah, and it was not the super goal even. Like it was one of the other ones. But this definitely turns the match a bit around because now Galentio has to push for 2 touchdowns right next half. But I don't like it's not impossible, but no reels and are you even risking it? Like if this goes KO for the next drive, you're screwed. So I actually think this is one of those like really interesting decision points in the game, right? Like not this specifically turn here, but like it's gonna be in the next turn. Because yeah, most likely nothing gonna happen here. Like next drive, right? Because of the FA Cup format, right? You need a win to move on. A draw is a random. Right? Yeah, Mark. Silent has. They haven't confirmed, but they have said one of the devs that we are going to get overtime in next patch. So I am a really happy camper. I was worried it will take much longer. It really seems our little, let's call it, push towards that on the forum has paid off greatly. So I'm really looking forward to that. Makes it a lot easier. But the deciding point of this is going to be the first time next half, right? Are you going to go for the draw, or are you going to go for the win and risking the loss, right? And how hard are you going to push for that? Oh, is that not even a send off? No, that's just a. It's not like the bench can't take it, but it's just a player, right? Got full numbers more or less here too. So, and it's exactly like one of those things where you then need to decide the next half, right? Are you the type of player who goes all in and pushes hard for the win? Are you a little bit more of a cautious player and you'll try but you won't overextend? Or are you actually just the type of player who in this sort of situation is like, I'm happy with a draw, I'll accept it, it's not optimal, but at least I'm not risking it. That's a sure option, right? And I don't think ignoring the specific teams, ignoring the specific players, but like I don't think this is like a statistically correct way of dealing with that. There is an emotional, there is a personal way to deal with that, but I don't think strategically because yes, you are risking losing for a win. Do you prefer that chance, or do you prefer the guaranteed just roll off 50-50? I think it's more a question of personal preference. I think as orcs here, I would have gone for much more aggressive. If he wants to push in and do an early touchdown, I would have accepted that any day of the week. because that I think leave me in a better spot. Whereas if a late touchdown puts me into dangerous territory of as an player having to either gamble or do the safe bet, right? I think we'll have a look at this one later. Let's see, keep off. Let's just just go.
Big advantage over the opposition.
Redrafting coming next season. Yes, I think there's good chance they put it on the roadmap. They generally don't put things on the roadmap unless they're fairly sure. Is redraft always going to be one of those things that are, let's call it code-wise, complex enough that it might risk being delayed and postponed? Definitely. But I think being such a requested feature that they would only put it on the roadmap if they were fairly sure. So I'm fairly sure it's coming next season. That being said, the thing that I find interesting is, at this point, at least not from anyone I know of, there is not a lot of details about like what specific version of a redraft is they implemented, how it's going to work, and also as one of the Fabulous versus Cynic, this is going to be a interesting match, not just because I care about it, of course, but this is peak performance playing at least of the UKBBL Senate. Redraft, yes. As one of the admins of the league, there's a lot of questions of like how is this going to work? Is it going to go by seasons? Is it going to go by match numbers? Is it going to are we able to adjust the numbers ourselves, or is it only whatever numbers they made? Or there's a lot of like details in the specifics of how this is done that either makes this a really nice bonus feature that we've been waiting for and are really happy to get, or it's just like is that all we're getting? And in this state, no, we're not going to be using that. So cautiously optimistic. Being cyanide in their history, I am also a little bit worried about like the specifics. Technically, it's meant to be. So the commissioners of the UKBBL, all three have a fairly strong towards rules as written interpretation of how they prefer to structure things. And the redraft rules are a clear component of the rules as is. And I think there's things I like about it and things I don't like about it. So the structure itself should fit into ours. I would, if this is me guessing here, Phil would be great to have on this because he's one of the head honchos, right? But I think with our seasons being 11 matches, it should fit well within that framework. If the costs are done rightly, there's of course a question of how do we get from right now we have teams, for example mine, who has been playing from the first season and in bubble 3 to now. What are that? Is that 4 or 5 seats? I would more or less lose my team completely because that's like 80k, 100k extra for each player. I wouldn't have that kind of code, right? So is it only from new seasons and then on, or is it going to be gradual, or what? Like this tweaks we will need sort for changing from the current format of a hard team value limit to redrafting. I also think personally, I'm slightly concerned about redrafting because I haven't really tried it that many times myself. That seems to be it's rewarding teams who are already doing well, that they will just do even more well next season. Because they would have more goals, they would have better players. But that's sort of already the problem with the current team value limit. So it's not really a either or, it's more of a, yeah, that's a difference. Yeah. But if you do the math for that, right? So a season of 11 matches, that's 220k extra, right? But if you have to pay 20k for each season your players have played, one of my players is going to be that point. It's going to be 100k extra for just buying the same lineup. So those 220 I get from the wins, potentially maxed out, right? It's going to cover 2 of my players. And that's not including the skills. That's not including blah 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 anything else. So I would basically just have to ransack my whole team if we go to that. I think if we go to redrafting, the idea would be that we remove the cap, or at least put the cap somewhere where it's very unlimited, not limited. But like I said, like this is not my. I'm just an admin, so take whatever I'm saying as purely conjecture. This is just me guessing. We will need to see the rules before they make any decisions. But I, at least from all the other inducements of rules and new races and stuff like that, they usually do it in a way that makes sense, and so I'm not worried about them doing something silly or that way, like say not good or stuff like that. So. But yes, there is a lot of let's call it the devil's in the details, right? There's a lot of the details that needs to be ironed out here. I am not liking Santos playing this situation. I think this is getting way too claustrophobic for my liking. But I also know Helnick is a really good player, and I'm just happy I'm not playing this match for you against either team, right? So, but yeah, I think redraft is definitely coming sooner or later. I think whether we will be implementing it straight from next season. Sorry, not. So let's see. Our season will. This is head math, so always take that with a grain of salt. Oh, did we just leave the door open for the ball carrier? There we go. There's a door there.
Did the attacking player just slip over?
Oh, that's, I don't like this. And there's doors to figure. Oh, that's. Yeah. That's gonna be ball. I'm pretty sure there's gonna be dice on the ball this turn. Anyways, I think we're definitely gonna get redraft. I think we're gonna get it not from next season. I think we're going to get it from next season again, a lot more likely, if anything, because it will work with the patch results, give us time to test it out, find out exactly the details, and also make sure that there's no, let's call it, pseudo issues with the patch and stuff like that. Because there's also a lot of, like, say, on the admin side that needs to be worked out. Terms and conditions may apply, of course. There needs to be figured out how we do the transition and stuff like that. But with how we dealt with other, like, say, patches changes, I'm not concerned as such. I definitely know that there is a desire to move to redraft. If the version that comes out is that version that we want, and hence we will change, it's not a guarantee, but it is likely. I have a hard time seeing. Is that Snake Eyes? Wow! 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 First dice roll. Dice in the ball. Snake into injury. Wow, and a broken neck just to make it really sting. Wow. I think Fantas here is not crying from that.
Oh dear. I hope that player has
I would put it this way, he definitely has no grounds to do so.
Players can barely
Wow.
speak, Jim, let alone write. You should know. You've interviewed enough.
That's a removal too? Wow. Wow. Nuffle is on fire. Now so yeah. So I think there's no reason to be alarmed at this point for the moment. I am sure that there will be no haphazard switching over from one system to the other. Is it something that I likely see that we're going to get? Yes, we are. When, how, and the specifics
Are they dancing
to be
or
determined.
fighting?
But I think there's a good chance that this is a workable enough system, and the version of it that they will go like, yeah, we'll take this. These seem to usually have somewhat of a also like you are in turn 4, and if you can get this down, you can get a foul and so on. I get it.
5 gold pieces says he gets kicked in the
I
face.
might be. I'm also a cautious player. Let's be fair. I would probably not rework it, but I can see why. Yeah, Skaven is in a bad place from this.
Pass opportunity there. I wouldn't care, but the coach might.
But let's have a look at the one of the other. Not that I personally would love to watch that match to the finish. So I'm playing so I'm playing Fantasy next round in the FA Cup, and I'm playing Henrik in the Premiership next time. So it's like, yeah, this is the match for me to be watching personally. But yeah, this match would probably be on the tail end of the match at this point. Yeah, a 1-1 with the humans striving for a final victory touchdown. The elves doing what they can to stop them. We just blitz this guy.
And one more time. Dark elves really deserve their naughty reputation.
Wow. Yeah, I don't like if you place them here. I could swing this guy in here. And this would have shielded off all this thing, so or I could just go in here, but it's not gonna be like you start. Anyway, yeah, get this one up. Put this one in. It's gonna be tight, this one. Oh, it's nice. It's just for the match. Would be nice. Nadia. And well, I'm dyslexic, so I'm probably butchering these names, so don't take it as nothing more than hearsay. Yeah. So I'm old enough that when you bought the game back in the old days, you actually got like hard cardboard paper for each of the star players. I really enjoyed those. I like the tactile feel and the look of the cards. That was really that was amazing. But yeah. Let's see here. In the ring. And that foul. It doesn't seem to be a particularly good day for the Skaven tonight. That's I seem to remember this game were doing okay last we watched them, so they definitely seem to have taken a swing in the match here. Yeah, I like the match items and all the other. I think what they've done to the rules, however, is really good, but like the feel and I like the graphics better of the old one. It was a little bit more art style. There was a little bit more of, let's say, satirical almost, I would say, style of pictures and looks that I liked.
The other stood downstairs with such easy prey.
I think the new art style is much more goofy, but I just might be a tired old man who, Everything was better when I was a young man, and we walked in the snow up to our belly every day for 2 hours. Yeah, definitely getting old. Hate getting old. Sucks getting old. Wow, they have been productive. 2-1 from what I'm guessing is more or less one half. Maybe a touchdown here early. Or maybe flying halfway from the second half might be. That's wow, a productive. Definitely gonna put the Orcs under some time pressure here. I do like the cheeky pressure here. The Orcs are pretty strong here, but they you don't want to start consolidating before you move forward. That's greedy. Yeah, that's interesting. Well, I think it's because they think it's an offensive drive and they'd rather have some more strength to move forward. I find the bomber working just as well offensively as defensively. Just needs to be used different. But yeah, they've got some turns left here definitely before something else happens. I can do, let's do friendly. And then I can, this one. Let's see if Galentio is still having bad luck. Well, it's 1-1. And the Orcs are in the driving seat. So and they have definitely taken some attrition. Wow. That's some batched Orcs. Yeah, I do get why the Undead has gone for a... Let's see if we can't get a second touchdown here. We should definitely be well within the realm of that possibility. And I would imagine... Yeah, it's already looking like the Orc... Like the defense of the ball carrier is crumbling.
If I had a gold crown for every player I've seen
We
live
haven't
on the
even
field
used
during my
Mr.
career, well, I could start my own team.
Oh,
You only need 1,000,000 gold, right?
just about to call him Lalshak, but that's not his name. We're gonna do a cheeky die on the ball carrier. Wow, that's cheeky.
Hey, that play looked almost competent.
Yeah, but it's just too early to throw the ball away. Like you're sort of stuck in between that. You really wanna have a try at scoring, and you need to sort of watch the clock a little bit before you do that. Like run up the hill and see if you can score, but you need to eat at least one more turn from Kilendio before you do that, because like any small slip up and you are lost the game instead, right? So you just need to wait out, I would say, one more turn, and then you make a try for it, because at least you then after his 15th turn, right, you know what's the stake, so to speak, here. Right now you are in a tough spot because you're basically fighting for survival here at this point. Let's clean. Oh, I'll tell you more. Just need to react really with that. And hope for a break would be amazing. KO can do it too. Let's be fair. And up here, screen off. No, that's not. That's a gap. It's a gap. And you can't. You now need to pull him all the way down here or something, and you don't want it. So, yeah. Yeah. No, I don't want that. I I don't like that. That's not the right call. In my opinion. And like we said, wow, we definitely came in for the bashing time of the match, right?
Will the big one manage to lay out an opponent of half his strength? I should probably say something meaningful to all our
I think
Vision viewers. All I think of is splat.
we're back to this thing I talked about, like are you gonna try for the draw or are you gonna try like if Kalenchu pulls this one forward, he's basically saying I'm gonna gamble losing for a win. If he keeps this back, he's more saying like I'm gonna cement the draw and you're not gonna win. That is his prerogative to sort of choose, right? This is where he goes, depends on that. Like here you can take a gamble. I'm not saying it's worth it, but you can take a gamble and take a stab at this and keep him safe, right? Now, they're not scoring range at this point, but they also have 2 turns, right? So, not easy, but it's still on the table. And we might see a second Blackhawk touchdown, or sorry, Big One's touchdown in this match, right? So this is the time where you need to decide, sort of like, are you going to push all the marbles in, go all in, or are you going to just check, or are you going to fold, right? Because there's like, over here, a blitz to remove this guy, and this guy is off to the races. Right? Like, that's all it takes. Gonna take another cheeky blitz of the... Yep. So, like I said, like by not blocking here and being behind the wall, the route gets too short. Now everything is play. Because he is definitely within range, and he might even be worse for the Orcs, also in play for next turn. How do we clean that guy up? Yeah, definitely not done. Because that brings that one up now. To going for it in a pass to him next turn, right? Like that's 4. That's 9. Yeah, that's exactly. This going for it, plus going for it next turn is a touchdown. And now he's free to run. And you can't stop him. And that free should let's do over here if you want to. And that means that we need to take this guy out. Because he is the... Okay, well, you can also not go for a touchdown, of course, you just put him here. Clean there. Take another guard. Right there. Yeah. All spaces matter. Put him here. And then blitz this guy. This is the guy who needs to get as far away from the ball. Oh! No, don't like that. Regenerate.
Really hurt.
Yeah.
The attacker has an assist.
Again, like if you're not going to score touchdown, clearly not, then why is he fighting over here? Pick up the ball and bring him back and support over here. Yeah, but even if he settles, like I don't have a problem with his settling. I have a problem if he's settling, then he's not supporting over here. Then this becomes a real one. Like unless you need star player points or some other reasoning, perfectly fine. But like other than that, bring him over. He's useful over here. Like this guy over here makes this guy a lot less. Because the problem here, if he comes in through here, and he pushes this one down, the ball is free over here, and this one goes in and picks up scores. Which is what you're seeing right now unfolding, right? And any pressure we can have on this one, that's just by luck, reroll. That's what we needed. On a bad bounce on that, and he would have had a touchdown, right? And now the match is over. So, a draw. It's really fine. Like, it's not like... But that's... crunch time, right? The final decisions. Like, this bounced badly. Like, worst, like, absolutely worst bounce, right? Bounces in here, he doesn't catch it. It bounces over here, he catches it, and he's off it. Yeah, more work. Still by now. There's been a surprisingly high number of penalty kicks this season already. I think it's also because we have more matches, but still, like, surprisingly high number. Yeah. And here, like in all fairness, like if we had opted last turn for this guy to be over here, that would have been within the 2 going for it squares and a handoff and a touchdown. And with 2 rerolls, that's actually on the table. So, options. What to pick, right? That's the. But it's also very easy to sit here on the sideline and point fingers and stuff like that. So don't take it as like these two. I played against these two several times, so I know they're really good players. So don't take it for like. But that's Yep. I will have to go and toss the ties for them in a minute, but I think I'm gonna have a look and see what's left of the matches. And I think I will. It won't be long before I lock off too, but I think I'll just have a small peek at this one, just to see if the match is completely tilted already. Well, I think this is pretty good timing. The 1-1 is on the table. If the Skaven don't get that, it's probably not going to look good. Oh, probably hurt. Oh, can he get a 1 down? Well, he does definitely have the player for it. All the trimmings. Like, all he's missing is basically leap, in my opinion. I mean, he would have been a... Doesn't have frenzy. Yeah, he needs more or less a quick snap. That's more or less all I can see he can get. So, just for those, like, this is why you also want frenzy. Just a perfectly good example here is player like that. Oh, God. I think that is called... Wow. Wow. I think...
And it didn't come off.
Like, we're down to basically, I think, 1, 2, 4... No, he can't make it. So, he's not picking it up. It's more or less the best odds of for fantasy at this point. Handoff, throw, yep, and trip once. Yeah, that's more or less it, right? So, what I was trying to explain didn't become relevant. So play like this, right? You basically fill in this gap, and then you have your player over here and players here. And then you can French that player into your own players here and then use them to push them. So even if they have 3 players who stand firm on the front line, if they have players that are like hanging out here, you can still use them. And the further they pull them back, of course, the more you have to fill in yourself in front of your players. But it is possible. So that's another reason why frenzy can help. So if you basically fill in the gaps here yourself, you can push from here. 1, 2 with the frenzy. So the fact that you've touching your players here and here, you fill in these gaps and the sidestep there. And then you just click it out. And if they're all the way down here, you fill in all these squares. And these 2. And the clicking is here, and he comes up there. It's a lot harder, but you can actually do it from 4 squares away with frenzy. And if you don't have frenzy, you need to fill in all the way down. And that takes a lot more place. So you usually use 1 square. But yeah. I think fantasy is going to be in for a hard drive here, because though he has a... Yep. And if you want a even more predictable version, you can basically take a gutter runner with horns and jock in front of you. Right? Like that's a nuisance on the field for other reasons too, right? But that's the trick. Works wonders. Which is also why, like, I know Helnig is an amazing player, and I also know that Skaven can work without Red Ogres, but I would have opted for it, but I understand and fully respect that he's not doing it, and also seems to be doing quite well without it. So it's not like it's a. I think that's more like a person. But I think for a prediction for this half right, it's going to be hard for fans to get to the ball unless the attrition really starts to grow rapidly. And whatever little time there's left, I have a hard time seeing fantasy going in that time. That's basically my prediction at this point. Cool. Let's see. Is there anything we need to touch upon before I send you fine ladies and gentlemen on your way? The Daz has entered the fray. This is Goldstacker. Well, this should also be a good instinct. Wow! What has happened to Goldstacker's team? They must have hit some road bump, to say the least. Yeah. It's a solid, if not sad, but solid choice. Oh, we get another color scheme. Let's see. Let's see. Borak in green. I like the green. I am not a fan of the flowers. Wow. Did we just... Wow. Yeah, that's a starting roll. That'll do it. But yeah, I definitely think this is going to be a match with attrition. Borak is he's a nasty fella. And if the Orcs are not careful, he will trample his team. Though I do like the Orcs in yellow. That's a good choice. Wow, Goldstackers were against Wood Elves, and they got this beaten up. Wow, that's.
I certainly wouldn't like to find myself sandwiched between
I think the tree did inappropriate things to his team then, or something similar, because I don't think that's usually how Wood Elf teams behave, at least not to my experience. But yeah. Yeah. Well, that's at least the 200k right there, right? To swim. This is also classic. Oh, wow. I was just gonna say, like, if you punch with him, you're not as likely to get removals. But then, sure, like, why not? We just stick the troll in. Pow pow. Goblin. Yeah, well, we got the goblin there too, so I'll use him for that. Now, if I was the orc here, I would go like, you served our Borak on a silver platter. I'm gonna down him. I'm gonna foul him, and I need that player off the field. Let's see if the Daz is agreeing with me, or he has a better secret plan. So if we could, I don't think we get moving forward, but if we could have swung him down here. No. Like if this was like if I played elf in this position, I would have gone for the wall for sure, even if like it was further away. But with orcs, it's gonna eat up a lot of rerolls that I don't want to spend on turn 2. Like what we need to really get here as the orc player is this one damage dealt with, because he's the threat that will eat my team if I don't do it. Like I put a single dice. No. No, I don't like that. This is definitely a different plan than I would have gone for. It might pay off. I am not saying that we can't do that. I'm just saying I would have gone for something else. Along with the fact that like it's a 2+ with reroll, and he's away from the pressure. So that means that everything I spent and risked over here is nullified on a 2+ with reroll. That's not nice. But yeah. Cool. I want to have it mostly for personal reasons. I want to have a look at the fantasy matches. Personal stake, let's call it that. There's a little bit more Skaven attrition. The undead has it's the super rat. They're dragging out the time, which like I get it. I would do the same, so it's not like it's that's the thing to do, right? The undead is just gonna slowly and steadily apply pressure and hope they're not fuck too much up so that this game just run past them, and on the other hand also try to force them to score early enough, right? So love the fact that it's on the rower. Both got a runners and ready to run. Yeah. And the problem is the second you start pushing your mummies outwards, right? They can't really start falling back. They're just too slow. Yeah. Like if you're gonna do this, then it's gonna you can always just roll the dice to save you in this sort of weird speak, right? But otherwise I would have taken the third dice in this. Let's go. No, we don't move that. Right. Again, it's a question of play style, so I'm not saying this is wrong, but I think for me, I would play this more aggressively. You don't have to, don't like that. For me, that's asking to be served. Uphill, sure. Get a push, fine. Be off the field. Don't need to do anything else this time. I would probably keep this guy back because he's a perfect sacker. So basically have him as the backstop at all given times. And I wouldn't care about these ones. As long as you're tagging them, or they're too far away.
I hope that player has written a will.
Yeah, now you have the problem. Gotta push him inwards. Why are we pushing outwards?
You've interviewed enough of them.
Don't like that. Yeah. Steering player on Wallace has to do. Move forward his turn. Anyways, boys and girls, I will more or less literally love you and leave you. I will pass you on to someone. And I really hope that you have had a great evening. I know the content of today's show ended up being slightly different than planned original, but we will see if Phil can provide us with a sick note from his wife or his in-laws. I think it's only fair.
Well, how about a refreshing glass of bloodwine?
Other than that, I will pass you on to someone. I was gonna say I'm gonna pass you on to the first on the list, but that's Black Artemis, and that's gonna be a noob. So he is an English-speaking bubble player. That seems about right. UK. That's that. These peas. Oh, yeah, I think I've heard that one name before. There's also cancer. There's so many good ones here. I'll send you on to these bees because I think I had chat with her at one point.
Drink to you.
So, thank you for a great show. Take care and talk to you next time. Bye bye.